You're listening to the Morning Bull with Bonley Johnson, Bonzobitburg, and Little T right here on WBAM Radio. Rock on.
Yeah. Do what he say. Do what he say. Rock on. Morning, WBAM Radio. Good morning, Bonzo.
Good morning.
Morning, Puddin'.
Good morning.
How are you feeling today?
I'm pissed.
Pissed.
Yes. Because Penn State lost and you guys are ragging me already.
Penn State. What were they playing? I didn't even know there was they had anything going on.
Oh, shut up. Yes, you do. You're harassing me before we even got on the air.
Not really. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to play Penn State again as a Buckeyes fan. It's hard to beat, especially in college football. It's hard to beat a team twice in a year.
I don't know. I'm just mad too because I stayed up to watch it.
It was a good game.
It was a good game.
It was a really good game, yes. But that quarterback messed it up. That's what did it.
Texas, Arizona State last week was a good game too. The Ohio State game's been blowouts, which worries me because I think they're going to be a little overconfident tonight. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they keep their edge and they go into Texas and kick the shit out of Texas. It's not in Texas, but what bowl is it? Does anybody even know?
I don't know.
I thought they were playing in the Orange Bowl, but the Orange Bowl was last night.
Cotton Bowl.
The Cotton Bowl? That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I knew that. Who wants a bowl full of oranges? Sounds pretty good. Bowl full of cotton, I don't understand. It doesn't sound appealing at all to me.
Oh, you can knit a sweater with it. There you go.
Yeah. Clean your ears out. Go get a real team. Come to Ohio and be an Ohio State fan. Or that Pennsylvania stuff.
What?
You heard me. There's a person on my dog porch. I bet it's a dog. Nope, it's Bailey. She was letting the dogs out into the tundra. The frozen tundra.
It's cold as fuck out there this morning.
I ain't even dealing with it. Morning, Patsy. Is that real or photoshopped? I can't see. My eyes are too blurry.
What the hell's he eating? A donut.
It looks like a couple donuts.
What? Oh, he's eating a cheeseburger.
Oh, it is a cheeseburger.
All right. So
is that from Whack Arnold's?
No. Last night I said we have fend for yourself for dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's just days I just don't want to freaking cook. And
Right.
I know he's not going to cook when he's working. So I tell him in advance, it's fend for yourself tomorrow night or so. So I was going to have a bowl of clam chowder and he goes, well, I can go for some nice juicy French fries from McDonald's. And he was teasing Minnie K with this. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. We normally don't do this stuff during the weekday, but we get takeout during the weekend. So he's full of shit. No, we got the McDonald's bundle pack. It's 2 cheeseburgers, 2 Big Macs, 2 medium fries for $23.
Sounds expensive, but I guess not.
No, and a 10-piece chicken nugget with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got all that. So between the three of us, it actually
Like $23 at McDonald's, and I'll get you a couple regular combos.
Yeah, it's expensive anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Well, if we wouldn't have done the bundle and we would have got the drinks and everything else, it would have been up to $30-some.
Yeah.
So this was actually
That's
cheaper.
fucking crazy.
Yeah. So he's eating.
Thanks, Joe Biden.
I don't see no meat.
Son of a bitch.
What is it?
You ain't no eat. I don't see no meat in it either, but that's a McDonald's. It's a McDonald's cheeseburger for you. It's almost all bun.
I'm surprised he remembered to take it.
They don't actually taste terrible or anything. It's just, I don't know. They used to be like 59 cents. It was worth that.
I like their Big Macs. That's the only thing I get there.
I used to like the Big Macs, and the last couple times I had them, I didn't think they were that good. The chicken Big Mac wasn't bad. They had that
Yeah,
for a
but you
while.
said you got really gassy with that, correct?
Yeah, well, it was a lot of grease, man.
Well, there's a lot of
It's
people.
a
A
lot
lot
of
of
fucking
people
grease.
were saying that had that sandwich that they were having stomach issues with that.
Well, I mean, think
Having
about it. It's
gas
2
and
deep
stuff.
fried chicken patties. Then you
That's
got
like just
all
eating
that
chicken
sauce.
nuggets. So
Yeah, it would be. It would probably
I
be like
didn't care for that chicken
No?
Big Mac. And it wasn't technically a Big Mac.
because of the onions.
Yeah, they didn't put onions on it.
It could have been hidden in there somewhere, but I didn't see it either.
I got it twice and there's no onions on it both times I got it. They were from different stores.
Were they?
Different McDonald's. Yeah.
I don't know, but your Arby's that you have down in New Philadelphia is pretty awesome.
Which Arby's did you go to?
The one in New Philadelphia.
The one by
Probably the
Lowe's?
one. Yeah, probably
Or
that one.
by Menards.
But
sorry.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've
that
never
was
been to
actually
that
pretty
one.
good. That was better than ours,
Yeah. Well,
and they put a lot of meat on there too.
you get a lot of meat every time you come to New Philly. That's just the way it works. It's the meat capital of the world. No, I've never been to that Arby's. They fucking it was a one day I was there. It was a check cashing place, and the next day it was an Arby's. They put that thing up in like 2 minutes. It's ridiculous how fast that thing went up. And the other one had just closed because there was one in Dover that was by the Freddy's that burnt down. And then they closed it because it was too slow, and then reopened one in New Philly. I don't know what they were doing.
all Arby's are too slow.
Well, they build them fast,
Too
but
slow for service, anyhow.
well, they used to be
Well-
expensive too. Now they're right in line.
Well, see, that's why, and I didn't know this, but Pat does it when he wants Arby's. He orders through the app, and then all you do is just go in and pick it up.
Yeah, you can do that.
And you
I
get
think they
cheaper
all have
deals.
it now.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
get
if
cheaper deals.
McDonald's
I didn't
is
know
cheaper,
Arby's
but
did it though.
I didn't know they did either. I don't have the Arby's app.
No, but
I
you
don't
get
go there often.
you get better deals if you go through the app than if you would go into the place and order it itself. They give you deals on there. Sometimes you can get like a free sandwich or so, depending on how many orders you do within a month or
build up
two
points
or so.
or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to the Arby's Roast Beef Club.
I think all them stores do that. Them fast food joints. If you do their
Yeah.
app, you get free shit.
They should too. God damn it. I don't know. I mean, Arby's probably has the better sides of all the fast food restaurants.
Me and my wife went to Akron and Canton yesterday, and we stopped at Rally's.
I like Rallies.
It's pretty good.
I like their Western
don't-
burger.
It's a little greasy.
It's
but
definitely greasy. It is definitely greasy. Their meat is greasy, but I don't know.
I like their fries too.
What are they known for? Because we don't have anything like that here.
What else? It's
it's
Checkers
just-
is the same thing. Do you have a Checkers?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No. I ate at a Checkers like down south, so I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that's
But-
the same thing.
Okay.
But yeah, they're a burger. They have the Rally Burger, whatever. Fuck, it's just a burger. But their Western burger's good. It's got barbecue sauce and an onion ring and stuff on it.
I was up there. I don't know. It's been, maybe in the summertime, and they had a cheeseburger with deep fried mushrooms on it.
Mm,
It was good.
I would eat that. I would eat the asshole out of that. The Sonic is pretty good, but they're more known for their drinks than they are their food. But I like Sonic because they have hot dogs. You can get a coney there. Get a foot long. That's rare. Foot long coney. Usually the conies are like 2 inches, but they have the foot long. But yeah. And
I
they're
used
good
to like
too.
Sonic.
Yeah.
I liked their milkshakes. They had a banana cream pie milkshake.
Yeah,
that I really
they're
liked.
known for their drinks.
Oh, yeah, and
I'm not a
would.
I ate at a Sonic one time in Tennessee, and I thought it was the worst thing I
Really?
ever had. But I don't
Mm.
remember what I ordered.
But I was happy when I could get like an actual chew fountain vanilla Coke there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
their drinks are top notch.
but the last time I got a milkshake, it didn't agree with me. Now I'm lactose to begin with, and
Well,
I take my chances. And usually Sonic milkshakes were not an issue, but now it is. I was like,
yeah,
shit.
it's
Now I
getting worse
can't
for
have
you
'em.
then.
It is.
They have tater tots as sides there. That's one
Mhm.
thing I really like. So, tots. I want some tots.
Or a
You
root beer
need to get
float.
those. You need to get those tater teasers from Swenson's when you go there. Then, if you like tots,
Barkley didn't like Swenson, so we haven't been back since the first time.
yeah,
Yeah. We were all hyped up to go, and then we were disappointed.
I love their cheeseburgers.
Yeah, they were bad the day we were there.
Hmm.
Just
I
wasn't
like
good.
Five Guys. Five Guys I like.
Yeah, but we're
Were
talking
you to
about
Five Guys?
restaurants.
Yeah, this is a fan. It's
Fuck, nah,
that.
she didn't get it.
Shut up. No, it kind of. I did it.
I was gonna say like all at once, or do you like
You
to
know
space them
what?
out a little bit?
I'll keep my mouth shut. You boys go carry on. Carry on.
I've had Five Guys twice, I think, in Pittsburgh.
Hmm.
It was
I like
okay.
it
I mean,
'cause your toppings are free.
yeah. I mean, you load up. That's the way Burger Chef was. Burger Chef was the best fast food restaurant.
Their fries
The
though,
one
are
that's
like
no
boardwalk.
longer.
Their
I
French
can't
fries
even
are like
remember what
boardwalk.
that tastes like.
Burger Chef?
Yeah, so it's been so long ago.
It was, I don't know. It was similar to Hardee's, I guess. But
I hate Hardee's.
yeah, that's probably a bad comparison. I can't think of really.
That's who bought them out was Hardee's.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
it
were
was.
the first, weren't they the first ones to come up with like the toys and the kids meals?
The
Burger Chef.
Burger Chef? I don't know.
Yeah, I think they were.
I believe that. But they had a pickle bar. Like they would give you your sandwich and you would go to the bar and put whatever you wanted on it.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
can't remember any
tomatoes,
of
the
that shit.
onions, pickles, all that stuff was out on a cold bar and you went out and put it on yourself. So you could just fucking like cover your hamburger in pickles if you wanted. I mean, I saw people that would just take a handful of pickles on their plate, just eat the pickles.
You're correct with the Burger Chef and the toy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What was the first
it
one?
actually, Burger Chef was the first fast food chain to serve a kids meal that included a toy, dessert, and burger. The meal was called Fun Meal and was introduced in 1973.
Really?
I remember getting them as a kid. That was the spot, man.
I remember didn't they have like a Burger Chef sock puppet type plastic thing you put over your hand? That was like one of the things you got in the kids' meal.
I can't remember.
Because they had the character was the Burger Chef. There was the Burger King, the Burger Chef, and then of course Ronald McDonald.
Burger Chef.
Wendy,
First toy. I'm seeing if this is gonna actually come up.
I would like to know what their first toy was.
Okay, here you go. Well, that doesn't give me anything. This says a small toy. No shit. But what was it?
It was probably something really fucking cool too, and I bet it's super valuable right now, whatever it is.
Probably.
I mean, it only says is the Fun Meal packaging also included stories, riddles, and puzzles about Burger Chef characters.
I remember puzzles. I do remember that. I remember doing stuff like they had it was just a piece of paper that you drew on or worked on, but I do remember something about that. Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's not really telling
I'm trying to
me.
navigate through my phone too because I want to know what their first toy was.
Oh wait, and okay, hold on. Let me go to. There's a kids wiki, meal wiki. Okay, hold on. And they even
Wiki.
have a box art. Yeah, they do. Let me okay, I'm just gonna post this in chat. Hold on. Share.
What do you posted in
Get
chat?
it? Yeah, I did.
What was the first posted
God,
what the
I can
first
I
toy
can
was?
I can remember
It
that.
says Fun Burger. Yeah, well, let me see. It gives you um
Yeah, I
gives you
remember that
pictures of it.
box. I
I remember that box too. That's
Yeah.
great.
remember that box.
Oh my gosh. I love that place.
I did too. I thought it was the best one. And it's sad that one of the reasons they went out of business is because Americans are so stupid. They put all this money into advertising and changing their burger to a 3rd-pound burger. And people in America thought a 3rd-pound was smaller than a 1/4 pound.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking dumb. They're fucking
Yeah.
dumb. So they had a bigger burger. Their regular hamburger was a 3rd-pound, and people didn't get it.
Do you
Yeah.
remember these characters? Because I don't remember Burger Chef. I'm reading this. It was let me see, including the magician Burgerini, vampire Count Fangburger,
Yep,
talking ape Burgerilla, and Cackle Burger the Witch.
I remember the vampire.
I never heard of it, so I have no clue.
Cackleberg. It's I'll just leave that one go.
Mm-hmm.
They did have that I'm looking at a picture of the saw that puppet you were talking
Oh
about.
yeah, it was just it was really generic as fuck.
Chef and Jeff, it's called.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I remember the burger
Well,
chef, the chef.
yeah, well, they have that in this article here, but they
I
don't
don't
show the
know
pictures.
if I can. How do I post that on the?
Did you find it?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Let me see.
copy
Burger
image. Can I copy and paste
Chef
it onto the?
and
Yeah, if you can just send it, you can just send it to, or save the image to your.
There, I think I just sent it.
Come on, I can't type today. A burger chef
Did it pop up?
kids meal.
Etsy sells it for $49.69. Pre-owned.
What is it?
Etsy sells it. Someone's selling it on Etsy. The puppet thing. The
Oh, yeah?
hand thing. With vintage 1973 Burger Chef and Jeff plastic hand puppet. Yeah, for $49.69. Yeah, I'll show it to you.
It's the race car was the first toy.
I don't know.
The boys' toy. I think they eventually segregated it, but I don't know. I can't remember if they had boys and girls both. But I remember the race car. I think that's what they said was the first one.
Oh, well,
I bet they kept the same toy. Like they didn't do like movie promos like they do now. Shannon says she doesn't remember any of them. Well, she's a little young, right? she was probably not going to fast food restaurants.
Well,
It was
that was
probably
back in
gone by then.
1973, so
Yeah.
I wasn't born yet. But I do remember the McDonald's stuff. And they had a puppet of Ronald McDonald and Grimace and the hamburger and all them. I had birthday parties at McDonald's when I was younger.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one. That's the generic plastic hand
Okay,
puppet
yeah.
toy.
So someone's selling it on Etsy for close to $50
Yeah.
for a plastic
And
plastic puppet.
it's like the thickness of a bread sack too. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet it's super duper rare because they probably didn't last.
They have like 2 of them there too. They must have a bunch of them.
I think there was a white one too. That's the one I remember. It was probably later. But McDonald's definitely won that battle.
Hand puppet.
Yeah,
With
I
the
remember the
kids' meal.
Burger Chef hat too. You used to get.
Hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
You can still get a one,
images.
the Burger Chef hat, but not like it wasn't the same back then. It's like, I don't know. Now they just give them away. I guess they gave them away then too, but it seemed different. It seemed special.
They must have capitalized on the monster type thing from the cereals or something. Because
Well, I'm sure that was part of their marketing because that was huge then.
Yeah, because they got the werewolf and the Dracula and a Frankenstein and I don't know if that's supposed to be King Kong or
Yeah, it
I
wouldn't
don't
have
know.
been Donkey Kong yet. That wouldn't have come out till the 80s.
I don't know if I can say. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, I can't believe you found the hand puppet. That's cool as shit. Yeah, there's the McDonald's one. Yeah, that's the one. I think maybe I'm conflating the two.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald definitely ripped him off. Fucking wrong. Look at his pants.
Parachute pants. See them?
Stop. Hammer time.
That's what they look like.
I know. Hey, hey, Bonzo. Did you have any yellow parachute pants in the 80s like that?
Yellow? No, I did not. I had a pair of red ones.
Red ones.
I had copper. I'm a copper color.
Copper.
Yeah,
Kappa.
copper. Now who played the first Ronald McDonald? Do you remember?
No, I have no fucking idea. I assumed his name was Ronald McDonald.
No,
What do you mean played? Tell me he's
I
not real.
remember a guy that was. I can't remember.
he was an
Yeah, he was a
Williard
news
Scott.
guy.
Yeah, Williard Scott. Yes.
Really?
Yes, and played Bozo the Clown. Yes.
Willard Scott, the
Yeah,
weather
I'll
guy.
show it. Yes. Yes. You
He
didn't know
played
that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. I sent it there. I sent it in there. Yeah. It says Willard Scott was the first actor to play Ronald McDonald, appearing in local Washington, D.C. commercials from 1963 to 1965. Scott was also a famous weatherman and actor who played Bonzo the Clown on Washington's local. Oh, Bonzo, see that?
Yeah.
You didn't catch that, did you?
I heard it.
Bozo the Clown on Washington's local Bozo the Clown show. Yep.
I
Yep.
had no idea. What
Yep.
the fuck is that creepy fucking picture down there? Is that a real McDonald? Is that supposed to really be a Ronald McDonald?
Oh, I see where that
One's
was.
got the cup over his nose.
I believe so. I believe.
Jesus Christ, I would have been like, I'm not going to McDonald's.
That's scary.
French, yeah, I believe that. I believe that is. Yep.
That's the
first round. It
Terrifier.
was here
Before
the
there was
first
a
round.
Terrifier.
Here, I'll
Yeah,
post
post
it.
that shit in chat. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna put it into chat there.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
keeps throwing just these links. There it
Well,
goes.
okay.
All right.
Well, yeah.
Oh
That's.
my
I'm
God.
sorry because I'm reading.
Look at those French fries. What the hell is that?
Those
Look
look
how
like
big they are.
those look like pretzel rods or something.
Yeah, sporting a cup on his nose and carrying a tray in his
Sweet
hands.
Jesus, he's not the worst one. That's pretty bad though.
Yeah.
Look at this creepy fuck. I'll send you this one. My life is Ronald McDonald.
Oh.
Hold on, it's coming. Look at that shit. I don't know what's scarier, the fucking.
That could be a horror flick right there.
the pigeon. Well, you know, I mean,
That's terrible.
it is terrible. Do you imagine that shit? That shit you wake up in a sweat from. That doesn't make me want to go get a cheeseburger. That makes me never want to eat a cheeseburger again.
Oh boy. Here.
I know.
let's
I've
see.
never looked for this, but I bet there's Ronald McDonald porn out there too.
Oh my God. I don't. Ugh.
Him and Burger King running the thing on Wendy. Let's go spit roast Wendy again. It's my favorite thing to do on a weekend.
I forget what I was going to look up. Shit.
Well, now you're looking that up, you perv.
No, I am not. You can look that up. I'm not.
No, I'm not putting that shit on my phone.
No.
Let's go through his history.
Shit.
Ronald McDonald porn. What the fuck's wrong
No,
with this guy?
I'm gonna do it. Hold on. I'm just gonna do it.
Do it on Pat's phone.
No, I'm doing. Pat's not home.
Oh. Where did he send that? He must have took that picture last night then, huh?
No, it was today. He's working.
He's eating a cheeseburger at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Well, okay. So what comes up is Pornhub.
Oh, well.
I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
I am not touching it. But I don't know.
Let's see here. Ronaldo McDonald porn.
Oh, God.
I can't even spell. You would think porn I'd be able to spell really easily. Oh, boy, yeah. Don't click on videos when you do that.
Nope.
So there was it shows this woman violating herself with a Ronald McDonald doll, but there was this I worked at this factory where my brother works now. And there was a guy there that worked the cell that I worked on. He worked there on day shift. I worked on afternoons, midnights, but he would leave before I got there. And we only ran 2 shifts on that cell, so it was like a split thing. But anyhow, he had this stupid Ronald McDonald bobblehead, and the one machine we ran, it just the head of the machine just went back and forth, side to side, and he would put that stupid bobblehead on there, and it would just like that all day.
I think you need to show him your bobblehead.
Yeah. So it was a good one. So I kidnapped it, and this was back. I was freshly divorced and all that, so I was going out to the bars and stuff, and I had these seedy women, we'll say, take pictures with that doll, and we would write him notes, kidnap notes, you know. The whole scheme was that Ronald had kidnapped himself and he had a drug problem. Yeah, there it is. The Bonley Johnson bobblehead. Get one today. $49.95.
Oh.
But yeah, we wrote this whole dossier on poor Ronald where he had a coke problem. He kidnapped himself and was running around with these women. We had powder on his face and stuff. Took pictures of it. He tried to get me fired over that. So it was stealing, which it was. He kept him in his drawer, but his drawer was below mine, so I would just take my drawer out. He had a lock on it, but I'd just take my drawer out and reach down into his. He was a dick.
I know what I wanted to look up. I wanted to see when was the first
Oh,
Ronald
by the way,
McDonald house.
the guy that was in front of us in line, we were voting, Coney.
Yeah.
That was him.
Oh, okay.
That was the reason I didn't like that fucker. He tried to get me fired over that whole thing, made a big stink about it. That is creepy. I agree, Shannon. But I'll still get you one. I'll send it to you in the mail. Just put your address in chat. Get a free BLJ bobblehead. Anybody interested in the NFL playoffs this weekend? At all?
I'll probably watch them.
Who's playing? That just tells you how much I've been watching it. Who's playing?
Well, the Eagles are playing this weekend.
Wow.
Steelers are playing this weekend.
The Bengals.
Nope, they didn't make it in.
Oh, I thought who's Steelers playing?
The Ravens.
Oh, that's right.
Baltimore. Yeah. It's not going to go well. It's going to be a slaughter. The Steelers are going to get slaughtered.
Who's Kansas City playing?
They're not this weekend. They are number one seed, so they got to bye.
Oh, gotcha.
Let's see who's on that side of the. So we have the Chargers versus the Texans tomorrow. Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Steelers and Ravens at 8. Sunday, we have the Broncos and Bills at 1, and then the Packers and the Eagles at 4:30.
It'd be funny to see one of them shitty teams win, go all the way.
Like the Chargers or somebody.
Yeah, or even the Steelers. What was their record? Wasn't it pretty bad?
It was okay. They were 10-3 and then fell apart. Now they're 10-7.
Yeah. Well, who's got the worst record out of all of them?
Probably the Chargers. They snuck in at the end.
What was their record?
The
do you know?
Broncos, maybe. They were all right around there, 10-7-ish. So that, I mean,
Yeah.
the Steelers were probably just as bad as anybody else, record wise. See what the Broncos. Yeah, they were 10-7. The Broncos were. What about the Chargers and the Texans? They're both kind of semi bad. Yeah, the Chargers were 11-6. They had the worst. No, that's better. 10-7 is the worst, I think. Yeah, it looks that way. 10-7. So that doesn't make sense. No. The Commanders and the Buccaneers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's coming up. I forgot about them.
Hmm.
But still, 10-7 seems to be the worst record. So there's a bunch of 10-7 teams. We'll see. Here's my bold prediction: if the Steelers get past the Ravens, which they won't, they will win the Super Bowl.
Ah.
They will beat the Chiefs and then turn around and beat the Washington Commanders in the Super Bowl. Steelers playing the Redskins would probably be enough.
For real, who do you think is going to be in? I know Kansas City will probably be in.
I don't know. I think they lose this year. They've been like barely winning. I know they won a lot of games, but they've been barely winning. I think they're due for a fucking ass kicking. And I don't know. From the AFC, I think Baltimore, man.
Baltimore?
Yeah, I really do. They're on fire right now. From the NFC, oh boy, who knows? It could be any of them.
If I was rooting for a team, it'd probably be the Buccaneers. Because
if I was gonna, if I would,
Agree.
I
just
want to see
because,
Baker Mayfield.
just because Cleveland fired him.
Yeah, I want to see him go
Just
all the
because.
way.
They have as good a chance as anybody else. I kind of like the Lions, man.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Lions go.
They were the doormat of the league for a long time, so they're due, and they are the best team out there. My humble opinion, I think they're the best team in the NFL. I think they're way better than the fucking Chiefs. I don't know, the whole Christmas Day game thing, when they let them wear those red robes when they won the game. It's fucking. I don't know. They're like that guy you run into in the bar that everybody wants to punch in the face.
Yeah.
They're just one of those teams. They're just on top right now, and everybody loves to hate them. I felt the same way about the Patriots when they were winning all the time.
I just hate that Mahomes, man. He's just cocky and arrogant. I just can't.
I think you have to be to compete at that level, but yeah, he seems like he feels like he deserves it.
I wanted to see somebody just fucking jack his jaw underneath his helmet while his tongue's sticking out while he's throwing a pass.
It's gonna happen.
You know how he sticks his tongue out?
Yeah.
Oh, that drives me fucking nuts.
I remember. If you know me well enough, you know that I've never been a Ben Roethlisberger fan, ever. He's a great quarterback. He won a lot of games for the Steelers, but I couldn't stand the fucking guy. Every time I did an interview, I was like, geez, what a fucking douche. But they were playing the Raiders. This was probably 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And it was a guy, I can't remember who it was right now, but he had I think he came from Dallas and went to the Raiders. And he was a defensive end, and he was a fucking big dude, just a big son of a bitch. And I remember Roethlisberger threw a touchdown pass, and he goes running into the fucking end zone, and he kind of just like brushed by the guy, and he had his arms up in the air. He's like doing it. The guy turned around and just fucking decked him. Jacked his jaw right up underneath the fucking face mask. Knocked him out fucking cold right in the end zone. I'd like
to see that video.
I'm sure it's out there. He got ejected and fined, and that was it. You would think. I thought it was funny. Let's see here. Big Ben gets punched in the puss. I can't remember who the guy was. Yeah, Richard Seymour. That's it. All right. That's a 17-minute video. I ain't watching a 17-minute video. There's got to be a quick one. Richard Seymour, here it is, 1:18. Richard Seymour punches Ben Roethlisberger in the face. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought he fucking jacked his jaw. It was just a slap, sort of. That was...
knocked him unconscious?
He went down like a sack of potatoes. I can't figure out how do you fucking share this shit?
For what?
These videos.
Is it through YouTube?
I can't tell. I think it is.
You just hit
I Googled it.
share and copy link.
What was the guy?
Richard Seymour. It was for the Raiders. Let's see here. Copy link.
And send it to the lineup. Look at that. There you go.
Why you leave, Jeff? Couldn't take all that fucking noise in that stupid chat room.
Either that or he's confused because he was in the welcome room too.
Oh.
He popped in the welcome room.
Oh, I bet that's what it was.
So I think he's confused of what chat and everything else.
Who's watching it?
Not me.
Must be Bonzo then. I thought it was more brutal than that. I must just like had happy memories of it, so I thought it was a harder punch. So it was just a shove to the face. But it was still a great moment in time in NFL history. Because, he was in there like, jawing, and he was like, slap. Have a seat. Mother lover. What are you going this weekend, Shannon? She said she's doing some traveling. You traveling like exotic lands? Or you just traveling
Is
like
is she coming to Pennsylvania?
She might live in Pennsylvania
one time. No, she's in New York.
Same
lives
thing.
in New York. No, it's not.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Same state. You guys are like,
excuse you,
right beside each other. Who else? Isn't Deborah? Deborah's from New York too.
Yeah, she's upstate New York.
Mm-hmm. Kingston. Like Kingston, like Jamaica?
Kingston, New York? I don't know. I don't know where Kingston is.
See, she's
actually,
right
there's an hour from the PA border. Okay.
So it's like Buffalo? Kingston, my. I know she's trying to say New York.
Kingston, New York, yeah. She's not traveling that far, but she's traveling.
Kingston, Jamaica. Hey, man.
Traveling out of town.
Albany.
I got questioned. Go ahead.
I've been through New York a little bit when I was driving, but Not like that. The part of New York she's from, not.
I don't think I ever been to upstate New York, but I've been to New York City and Manhattan and all that stuff.
I haven't been to that part of it. The big part. Whatever. The coastal New York, I've never been.
Yeah.
And I never will. So who's starting all these fires in Los Angeles?
That's it. Are we gonna go there?
Hmm?
Are we
Yeah,
actually gonna go there?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's news. It's not politics.
I think it was done deliberately.
Of course it was. They caught one guy.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they got a guy arrested right now.
Oh, really?
Yep, the citizens caught him lighting the fire. Called the cops. But then I saw there was like a parade of cop cars like a mile long going through LA. And I was like, something's going on down there. Over there.
Mm-hmm.
Because these fires just seem a little too random.
Yeah. And then especially with where most of the celebrities are living, doesn't it just, I don't know. I think was intentions to it.
Well, I mean, then you factor in the fact that 2 months ago, all the insurance companies came in and canceled their fire insurance.
Yep.
Just their fire insurance, not their flood
Yes.
insurance, not their
Exactly.
hurricane insurance. Just
Doesn't
their
make
flood
sense,
insurance. Just their
right?
fire insurance. All of them canceled, or a vast majority.
Mm-hmm.
And then you factor in that yesterday, the President of the United States said that the federal government will pay 100% to rebuild that area.
100%.
100% of the damages to rebuild that area. Wrote it. Just weird. It's a weird coincidence. That all those fires would start, and then all of a sudden, we'll pay 100% for it. All the damages. So they got one guy. So we'll see where that goes. Hopefully they'll waterboard him, torture him, get it out of him. See if he works for the CIA.
Have to look that up then and see. But yeah.
Yeah, they're not releasing anything. But there was some news crews or something that caught a picture of him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So his face is out there, but they're not. I think he might have been covered in soot. He was from all the burning out there. I don't know. He looked like he might have been from Afghanistan, but it could have been soot. I don't know. You have to look it up and see what you think.
Okay. I'll look it
Or
up.
it could have been just like a homeless guy who had a bad campfire. I don't know.
Well, that's when we had that fire here on the mountain. It was from a homeless guy down near the cemetery. That's what started it, but don't know.
I was coming off the interstate there on 250 coming into Philly, right there along the river. Have you been by there lately?
Not lately. I mean, I have been, but
Well, there
not
was these
looking.
there was these homeless shelters down in the woods along the river there. And I'm like, how in the hell are they letting them people live down there? Why are they letting them live down? They're probably shitting and pissing in the river.
They are, yeah.
It's everywhere. It's we have
And
it
I'm
here
like,
too.
they need to get them people out of there. If I was shitting and pissing in my yard, you goddamn well the health department be all over my ass.
Well, of course. You can't even have a camper.
So
let alone a tent community.
So I said that maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and then I heard on Dana seen it on Facebook or something. One of the shelters caught fire and they kicked them all out of there.
Yeah, because it's cold as fuck.
They had the fire. They had the fire department down there having to put it out. I guess it became a pretty big fire because they were trying to heat their shelters.
It's fucking cold.
Propane or something.
Sherry told me that.
Sorry for the people.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Well, Minnie K witnessed her first homeless person on the way coming home from Ohio.
Oh yeah,
those are fake.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. They were on the highway
There's a
sleeping.
lot. There's
Oh,
a lot
well,
of them.
maybe
Yeah, as
sleep.
soon as you go
If he
over
would, if he had a
the,
sign that says "Please help me," he's not really homeless.
I forget.
No, they're fake.
I don't know the route numbers or anything, but as soon as you went over the bridge to get into like into like Pittsburgh itself,
Mm-hmm.
wherever I forget, I don't know, but wherever we were going, and we made it right, and then right there, they were like on the median
Yeah.
sleeping. Kira's like, "What was that?" And I told her, I was like, "That's how they
You
live."
just go to a
Kira.
fucking Indians baseball game or whatever,
Ah.
Guardians. You have to step
I
over
re-
like 7 of them just to get to
I
the fucking...
remember I was in Pittsburgh when I was, going to school there, and them homeless people, they didn't care, man.
They don't.
I was
You
walking.
got to
under a
realize,
bridge-
man, they've...
I was walking under a bridge with my buddies going back to our apartment or whatever, and he just fucking dropped trowel and took a shit right there in front of us. He didn't care.
I mean,
Took it-
you're in his
took a sh-
bathroom.
Took his shit and pulled his pants up and went on his way.
I can't even imagine how terrible that would feel. But your asshole will probably have calluses after a while.
Oh, you
you know.
God.
That's a pretty view.
Hey, when we were speaking about chips, Patrick just hit me up yesterday. He's like, "So when are we going to Ohio next?" I was like, "I don't know." I said, "What, you got an itching to go back?" He's like, "I do." I
Oh,
said,
boy,
"Well, I
it's
don't
nice
know."
here.
It is, but we want to see more stuff.
There's more stuff to see. I sent you that link, didn't I? Had all that goofy shit in Ohio, like the world's biggest.
You only
crater
sent me
clock.
the one that was a bobblehead one, right?
Yeah,
It
that
a
was
big-
that was one of the things.
I don't want
World's
to go. I want
largest
to actually go
bobblehead.
to. You have over there the world's largest candy.
Yeah,
Candy
there's that
store?
candy store. Yeah,
I want to go see that, and I don't want to go see the Rock Hall. I don't want to go see that.
the
I don't know
NFL
why.
Hall of Fame is way cooler than a Rock and Roll
I'd
Hall
rather
of
go
Fame.
see that. Yeah. But,
It
so
is.
we'll
It's,
see.
it's way. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a joke.
It is.
Total fucking joke.
Half the people in there aren't even rock and roll.
And the half that aren't in there should be.
Right.
Fucking Scorpions are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and LL Cool J is. Get the fuck out of my face. That's so dumb. No offense to him or his music. I'm sure it's great, but it's not rock and roll. Sorry. Mama said, suck your dick. But back to the homeless people.
Yeah.
Sherry was telling me that you know where she works, right?
Yeah.
Behind there. People were living
Mhm.
in tents behind there.
Really.
Right behind the fucking mall thing. And they were having fires and little, like those Coleman lanterns to heat their tents. That's, I mean, it's fucking cold out, man.
It is. I don't. Like
Today,
I said, I told you that story about that homeless. They found that dude froze to death under the bridge that one year we were walking to school.
yeah. It's
I'm
bad.
sure that happens every year.
What I don't get,
Sad.
California probably has the worst homeless problem anywhere.
I told my wife, I said, if I was homeless, I sure in the hell wouldn't be living in Ohio.
Fuck no. That's
I'd
why
walk
California's the worst.
I'd walk my ass to Florida or somewhere warm. Might take me a few months to get there, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, start in the summer, and then you'll be there by the time winter rolls around.
Yeah.
But they spent, I can't even, it's a ridiculous amount of money, like $92 billion to combat homelessness. And all they ended up doing was paying each other to have these jobs to combat homelessness. Everyone's still homeless there. They haven't built any new shelters. They haven't fucking, like, it. Why can't they do some kind of giant communal housing? I mean, if the people are going to fucking do drugs and kill each other there, let them do it inside where nobody can see it. Where they have a community bathroom they can destroy. Instead
That's
of
what I
shitting
said
on the
about
sidewalk.
Philly. There's so many abandoned buildings that they could fix up just enough to let them live there. I don't know why they can't do that.
I mean, you'd have operating costs, and you'd have to have somebody go in and clean the fucking place. But if you build it right, if you build it like a truck stop, those truck stop bathrooms are designed that you can go in and clean them with a fire hose, and there's a reason for that because truckers are fucking disgusting. You've had bathroom nightmares at a public facility before, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. And there's a reason, and they could design it all that way to where it's just like, I know this sounds gross, but like a sinkerator in every drain. So no matter what's on the floor, you could just flush it down the drain and flip the button and chew it up. So I know it's gross, but I mean, they could design it to where it's all fucking open, you know, just a warm place to sleep.
Right.
And a place to shit. A public bathroom that's gross. I know it would be gross. It would be so gross. Who the fuck would want to clean that? I can't even imagine. But, I mean, you can't leave these people out in the cold. You know? You can't do that. It's cruel. And you know 99% of it is got to be drug problems, right? If not mental illness, and probably a combination of the both.
Right.
You know? But what do you do? I'm not smart enough to know. I'm just dumb enough to get by. But that's, I don't know. But when you got that many billions of dollars, you got to be able to fucking, that's got to be enough to run a nice big ass facility, right?
You would think.
And that was just in San Francisco. All those billions was in that area, the Bay Area. And they still have people shitting on the sidewalks. Instead, they just go through. The homeless people know when it's time to get up. Once a month or whatever, they go through and they just clean it. They take these spraying trucks and they just spray it off. It's so disturbing to me. I want to shit on them, but they do enough of that themselves, so we can't really go any further. How do we get from the NFL to homeless people shitting on the sidewalk?
I don't know.
It's a wild journey here on the Morning Bull. Who's leaving? Why are we getting free hugs here? Miss you already. What the hell?
Oh,
There's a whole conversation going on in the chat. And
yeah, I
missing it.
heard. I got a cat on my lap. What
Oh,
are you
there it is.
doing?
So everybody, yeah, okay. If you guys, we don't have video, but little T is showing her pussy on screen here right now.
Mickey, you gotta get down. Come on.
He pussy
That's what Pat calls it, Mickey.
20-pound
He
cat on my
calls it
lap.
Mickey.
I can't.
Hey,
Oh.
bring Mickey over here. I'm gonna pound Mickey for a little bit.
Jesus.
Think Mickey wasn't from behind? Come here, Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Pat's favorite
Jeez.
theme song.
He's heavy.
Yeah. It's a big pussy. Oh, God. Well, we're almost to the top of the hour here. Got to get in the weather. We got to get in all kinds of stuff. Where did you send me your stuff? It was on, yeah, I got it. I'm going to play the Heather's weather. What is today's date, anybody? Today is Friday, January 10th, 2025, for those who are keeping score. I gotta get there it is. My mouse quit working. There's pussy on the screen, scared it to death. Why does that say 110? It is the 10th. Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's see if this works. I can't figure out how to make you guys hear it, so. Or did you guys hear it the last time I did that?
When you shared it, we heard it.
So
When
I
you
think
shared
it
the screen,
was.
I think we heard it.
It was this one. Checkity check check. Okay, here we go. Tell me if you guys can hear it. This stupid thing. Why ain't it working?
Welcome to Lake Titicaca, where the air is crisp,
Lake
the
Titicaca.
water shimmers, and the vibe is pure Andean enchantment. Today's forecast: cool, mysterious, and intoxicating. Temperatures are flirting with a fresh 54 degrees during the day, but don't let that fool you. It's perfect for cozying up under the endless high-altitude sun. As night falls, expect the mercury to dip to a brisk 36, wrapping the lake in a seductive chill. The breeze dances across the glassy waters, carrying whispers of ancient secrets and soft caresses of crisp mountain air. Overhead, the sky is a deep, infinite blue by day, turning into a dazzling canopy of stars by night, like Mother Nature's most glamorous sequin dress. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin as you explore the floating islands, or let the cool winds remind you that adventure can be oh so refreshing. Either way, Lake Titicaca invites you to lose yourself in her beauty. She's a high-altitude temptress you'll never forget. How's that for an irresistible weather vibe?
Yeah, the weather with Heather.
We couldn't hear it.
You
So
couldn't hear
you're
it?
laughing.
Oh,
no, you're
no.
laughing, and we have no idea what you're laughing about. You have to share the screen.
It was Lake
That's what I'm
Titicaca.
Oh, okay.
I like Lake Titicaca. It was a good one, too. I'll send it to you. That's not fair that you didn't get to hear it.
Oh, I get to hear it on the replay. I'll
I
hear it.
clearly clicked the wrong one. So it's not you. Turn off this block. No, I don't remember which one I clicked on to get you guys to hear it. That sucks.
Share screen?
You want to hear your stuff, right?
I don't care.
Let's see here. Check. That's the one. But I thought there was a way I could do it without. Without having the echo.
I thought you how'd you do that before? You thought you had to check off a box or push something.
Yeah. I just
I don't
can't
know what
remember
you
which
do over
one
there,
it
but
is.
yes.
Let's see here. Check. Okay. I'm going to start that weather again. Tell me if you can hear it.
Okay.
Welcome to Lake Titicaca, where the air is crisp,
Nothing?
the water
No,
shimmers.
you have to share your
and the
screen. I think Zoom, you have to share your screen through Zoom to do what you're doing. I think that's how we heard it the last
I
time.
remember it was. It was just share screen. Yes, you're right. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Remember nothing. All right, here we go. Let's see here.
Now it's time to get lucky with Little T. Here are today's horoscopes and lucky numbers.
All right, let's see here. Horoscope is. What the hell did I do with it? There it is. Is it going to play? There we go.
Hello, everybody. Here are your New Year's resolutions. Horoscopes. Aries, your New Year resolution is learn to count to 10 before reacting, or at least to 5. Maybe take up meditation before you make any more spontaneous purchases. Taurus, your New Year resolution is try to only nap once a day. Perhaps cut down to just 3 snacks per Netflix binge. Gemini, your New Year resolution is make it through a whole conversation without changing the subject. Try to finish reading at least 1 book this year instead of half reading 10. Cancer, your New Year resolution is limit your emotional breakdowns to once a week. Perhaps consider inviting friends over without making them a 4-course meal. Leo, your New Year resolution is share the spotlight occasionally. Try to listen more than you talk at least once a month. Virgo, your New Year resolution is embrace a little bit of chaos. Maybe let one corner of your house be slightly untidy. Libra, your New Year resolution is make decisions in under 30 minutes. Try to spend at least one day a month without trying to please everyone. Scorpio, your New Year resolution is smile more often without scaring people. Consider only
Can't do
fun,
that.
minor world domination plans. Sagittarius, your New Year resolution is plan at least one adventure that doesn't involve leaving your couch. Try not to start more than 3 new hobbies this year.
I need that
Capricorn,
one.
your New Year resolution is take a day off. Maybe allow yourself to eat something that isn't a superfood occasionally. Aquarius, your New Year resolution is accept that not every conspiracy theory is true. Try to spend a bit more time with actual humans instead of just online forums. Pisces, your New Year resolution is stay in reality for at least half of your daydreams. Try to finish the art project you started 5 years ago.
No fortune cookie? Oh, it's on the
Yeah.
other one.
Yeah, it's on with the lucky number. The
And
lucky
now
numbers.
for your lucky numbers. Aries, your lucky numbers are 7, 19, 34. Taurus, your lucky numbers are 5, 22, 39. Gemini, your lucky numbers are 12, 28, 45. Cancer, your lucky numbers are 8, 17, 32. Leo, your lucky numbers are 3, 21, 44. Virgo, your lucky numbers are 11, 26, 40. Libra, your lucky numbers are 6, 24, 37. Scorpio, your lucky numbers are 9, 20, 38. Sagittarius, your lucky numbers are 13, 25, 48. Capricorn, your lucky numbers are 4, 18, 36. Aquarius, your lucky numbers are 10, 23, 42. Pisces, your lucky numbers are 14, 27, 50. Now let's break open that fortune cookie. Stay rad, keep it tubular, and never forget to break dance through life's challenges. May your journey be filled with neon lights and unforgettable moments.
How
So we meet again,
does
Senior
it
Light
feel?
Famers.
Right?
Blue Monday, yeah.
Huh? I never named that song.
Mm-hmm. Blue Monday.
Until Pagan Lady did it on
Oh, really?
that's Pagan, Pagan, not Pegg. Not the pegging lady. Please don't be confused.
Yeah, that's on it's also in a movie. I believe it's
I think it's in a couple movies.
Say Anything. When he's out on the dance floor and he's making an ass out of himself, and then people are finally getting involved and thinking it's really cool. That's the song they play.
I just didn't know the name of it. I knew the song.
Yeah.
And I remember I saw it. It was like she had it up. And I was like, what the fuck is Blue Monday? I thought it was a Foreigner song.
No?
Don't they have one called Blue Monday? It was Monday, a day like any other day. Something, something, something. Take my chair, blah, blah, blah. Something.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's by this Blue Monday is by New Order.
Yeah, but I she had Blue Monday, so I opened it, and I was like, "What the?" I'm like, "Oh, I know that song. I didn't know that's what it was called."
How does it feel?
Let's see
Yeah.
here.
I think it's also in a bunch of commercial, like car commercials as well. That song. But yeah.
Yes, Blue Monday, Blue Day is the Foreigner song.
Mm.
But yeah. I had no idea. I just didn't know the name of it. There's a few songs out there that are like that I think are called one thing and they're not.
All right.
I thought that was like, how does it feel to treat me? I don't know what I thought the name of it was. But it doesn't even say Blue Monday in it anyway.
No, it doesn't. Just like that was that Brass in Pocket song. Doesn't have that in the
Yeah.
song neither.
It starts right off
It's,
I got
it does it.
brass in pocket.
Yeah, but is
That's
that the name of the song?
Yeah, brass in pockets. That's the opening line too. But that's the only time it says it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
not
don't-
part of the hook.
No.
Usually when you hear a title of a song, it's part of the hook.
Right.
But yeah, brass in pockets. I got brass in pockets. Yeah, she opens up with that. And Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. Chrissy Hine. Right up the street.
You like her, don't you?
Oh, I do. Yeah.
I know you do.
Yeah. She was one of my favorite singers. There was a handful of girl singers that I liked.
Oh yeah.
Her, Joan Jett. Yeah. Handful. Pat Benatar. I thought was pretty good. Anne Murray.
Anne Murray.
Anne Murray when I was a
Really?
little kid, yeah.
Oh my God. She reminds me of
I liked her hair. She had that
some reason she reminds me of like what's that? Sound of
mushroom
Music.
haircut.
I don't know.
Lord Farquhar haircut. For some reason, when I was 10, I thought that was attractive. I don't know.
Anne Murray. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I don't know. And we were all 10 once. I don't want to hear it. I'm sure there's some pretty gay shit that you liked.
Yeah, there is. There is.
Not Bonzo, though. He was always cool.
Yeah, it was.
He was born with a cigarette hanging out the side of his mouth.
I was digging.
So-
I was digging the men with makeup on and long hair. So,
Yeah, because you were coming in on the
Oh.
tail end of that, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So-
it was big when you were little. Yeah.
No, not little.
Yeah, when you're I think 10 years old is pretty little. Not infant, but still
Yeah.
a child. That's probably about when you started liking that stuff, right?
Actually, later. It was later.
Oh, okay. So
I wasn't really into music at a young age. I mean, my parents always listened
I
to the
always
oldies.
was. I
But
can
I-
never not remember a time where I wasn't into it.
They would listen to like the classic rock and stuff like that, but I
Mhm.
wasn't really into that. But they mostly listened to the oldies. Now, once I got my own radio, it was a tower, so you had your radio, cassette deck, record player. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's a full
yeah,
ass
well,
stereo system.
Yes. Okay. Well, they bought me that
Spoiled
for
brat.
Christmas. So once I got that for Christmas, I was like, "Oh shit! I can listen to my own shit and everything else." And that's when I started getting into like that, Pink Floyd and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I got a boombox for my 14th Christmas when I was 14. Yeah, I had that thing I had it up till I was married. It was a Sony. That thing lasted forever. The buttons was broke on it, and you couldn't play tapes in it anymore because they were gone. But the radio still worked right up until
Yeah, I think ours was a Panasonic, maybe. I can't remember. I have a picture of it somewhere.
I
have
had
to show you.
detachable speakers,
But yeah.
which was pretty cool back then. It was still way before the bookshelf speakers, stereo came along.
Let me see if I can.
We got I don't even know what it was. If it was a record player, I think it might have been a record player
Tower.
it looked like a jukebox and it had lights in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And it flashed, lights flashed with the music. That was pretty cool.
Fun.
The one thing I was disappointed in is I ordered one of those Kiss radios off of the TV.
He thought it was
Some
like
little
Kiss music.
transit. Yeah, I thought it would. Transistor radio. All it was a transistor radio with a Kiss sticker on the front
Yeah.
of it. I was so pissed.
Gene Simmons, man, he's a genius. Because, when they advertised it, it was playing Kiss.
Yeah, and it's shitty reception you got.
Oh,
You couldn't even hardly tune it in.
Bet you wish you had it now.
Yeah.
All that stuff, I cannot believe all the crap they put their name on it, and it still sells for decent money. right up to and including a coffin
remember.
you could get.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I remember they were advertising Kiss coffins.
That was the first rock and roll band that I was into. I'll consider a rock and roll band. Like when I was a
Yes.
kid, I liked the Eagles and Journey and stuff like that. Stuff my mom and them listened to because that's what that was in your ecos, in your atmosphere or whatever you want to call it. It was in your whatever that word is I'm looking for, ecosystem. So that's what you listen to. Anne Murray, the Eagles, and all that. But then my uncle gave me this red Panasonic 8-track player. It was a single speaker. It had a radio on it too, but just like you were talking about, there was no reception. And we lived out in the middle of nowhere, so that you were, WXIL out of Parkersburg was the closest, and that was 60 miles away. And so you weren't picking that up either. You could get it in your car on a good day. But he gave me a Kiss Love Gun 8-track with it, just so I had something to play on it. He must not have been that into Kiss, I don't think, because he just gave it to me. I wore that motherfucker out. I was a Kiss fan from that day on. The player was like, yeah, Love Gun. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I thought I was listening to the Devil's heavy metal music at 10. Don't you remember that was huge? Like, it's Satan.
Yep.
Satan's in that music. Beware. Beware, children. Satan's gonna
I think
get you.
Destroyer was the first Kiss album that I heard.
Yeah, I think it was too, but it was not the first one I had.
Right.
One of my step siblings when I was little in Yorksville had Destroyer, but it was the LP. It wasn't the. I remember seeing the case or the cover, whatever you want to call it, the dust jacket.
Yeah, I got the LP and then I ended up getting Kiss Alive 2 that came with all the tattoos and stuff in it. That was great.
I had a secondhand version of Kiss Alive, so I didn't get any of the tattoos. But it's still, the dust jacket was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I must have read it 10,000 times. Then they had the one that they said that they signed it in their own blood or whatever. They put their blood in the ink or whatever. The Kiss Army thing. That was pretty sweet. I believed everything I heard. I think that was actually true, though. I think I saw an interview later where they said, that, there was like a drop of blood in 10 million gallons of ink or whatever, but they all did it. So it was real, but so if you licked your album cover, you probably got hepatitis.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I was flipping through Facebook or scrolling, I should say, and Bon Jovi has a vinyl out from a new one, Slippery When Wet, and the record itself has water in it.
Really?
Yeah. I just seen that. I was like, okay, that's different. Yeah.
That was their Jump the Shark album. They were cool up till Slippery came out.
Yeah.
Then they jumped the shark.
Vinyls are expensive. Like, holy shit. I don't remember how much vinyls were back in the day.
Not that
Do you
much.
remember?
Not that much. I think they peaked at around $10.
I was looking for one that I really wanted, but I'm not paying $50 for it.
That's what I did. I paid $50 for that Chris Stapleton album.
I'm like, no way.
It's a good album, double album, but. And I got the Coke bottle one. It looks like Coke glass. It's that green.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't play special or anything. It just looks funny.
So I don't know, but when you have a new vinyl onto one of those record players like I have, because does it sound like it's vintage or does it sound like it's
yeah, because it's the record player that makes the sound.
Okay. I'm just curious because like I said, I have old vinyls that my mom got me.
Now,
that she
you have to
handed them down
understand
to
that
me.
and the old ones are going to be a little nicked up here and there, and they're going to have a little more static in them than the new ones.
Yeah.
but it's going to be just like if you'd have bought it brand new back in the 70s or whatever.
Yeah.
They sounded better than they do now because
Okay.
they.
I'm just curious because, like I said, I don't have a new album yet to put onto that,
Yeah.
you know, the record player that I have, and
I break mine out once
I'm
in a
just
while.
curious.
No, this still sounds
you
vintage.
can get high tech record player systems that their needles
they?
are all floating and gas and
Really?
I've seen that.
oh yeah,
I didn't know anything about that.
yeah, they're like real high tech, and I guess they're really good sounding if you get a high dollar
I don't want
record
that.
system.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I like that.
but I guess you can hear like a lot if you get a real good system. You can hear like any flaws like in the recording, like you
Mhm.
can hear them moving around in the studio, like all that shuffling and
Right.
I guess
That's
you can hear
cool.
all
That would be cool. That I would be okay with. Do you know, I mean, you don't know. But like when we were doing the band stuff and we would listen to like the recording of like whatever AC/DC song it happened to be. And we're like,
Mhm.
man, you remember how you played them side by side and you're like, they're close, but they don't sound exactly right. Like the
right.
music's close. Well, what it is when they recorded those back in the day, they recorded them on tape. Well, when they're playing that tape with the weight of the reel, it stretches the tape.
Yeah.
So when they record it, it takes it out of tune that much, that little tiny bit. So you'll never get the exact same sound. It's all, I mean, it's like a down step, like an eighth of a turn or something on your keys. It would be fucking almost impossible to get. And the same thing with the voices. So they'll never, other than when they digitally mastered those, you'll get the same sound. But like recording them on digitally versus what they did back then, you'll never get that. That's why when you hear people redo songs, like you'll always hear like what was a good example? Oh, the Bellamy Brothers. I was listening to the Let Your Love Flow, that song. And if you listen to the old one, it's got that, it sounds completely different, even though they're playing it in the same key and singing it in the same key because they recorded the new one digitally and the old one on tape. And that's what it is. Those tapes stretch just a fucking fraction, a micro, and it's tape. So you get that inflection from that stretch. And the more they recorded, and it depended on how much weight was on the reel, because you put a big reel of tape on one side and an empty on the other until it's full. That was one of the mistakes when my dad passed away that I made. He had this giant reel-to-reel system. It was a player and recorder, and I let it go. I just let him throw it away. I should have kept it. I had no idea what my future held for me at that point. I had no idea that I was going to be playing music or getting into that or whatever. I'd love to have that thing now. Because if you go out and try and buy one, they're fucking big bucks.
Yeah.
And getting the tape is expensive. Just like you're talking about now, you buy a fucking vinyl record, it used to be $10, And even if you go out and get the used ones, the used ones are $20, $20 to $30 for a used old beat up fucking vinyl.
Well,
and the new ones are $50. Really, where do you get them cheaper than that?
I go to the flea. We have a flea market here.
Yeah.
It's called Leesport Flea Market, and they have stands where they have the vinyls, and you can get them for. Well, a matter of fact,
if you find any old Kiss or old AC/DC, just buy them all.
Okay.
And I'll pay you for them.
Okay.
I can pay you to ship them, or I'll just come get them.
Okay.
I'm due for a trip out there.
AC/DC and Kiss.
Yeah.
I think I seen a few when we were up there last
just
time.
grab them
I
all.
was flipping.
As long as it's not like Hot in the Shade, like the old Makeup Kiss. Any AC/DC, doesn't matter which one it is.
Yeah, because when I was up there the first time, because Pat's like, why are you going into the vinyl stuff? And I said, because I'm actually just looking for the vinyl covers. I don't care about the record itself, just to put it into my studio.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like I want to make shadow boxes and then stick them
I found
up
something
into the
I'm going to
studio.
get you
Okay.
for your studio.
Okay.
It was on Facebook Market. I marked it. I got to go back and find it.
Oh God. But yeah, so when I was looking through there, because Minnie K was helping me, she was impressed with all this vinyl stuff and everything else. I believe there was a couple. There was a couple there, and I went through all the boxes. Like
Yeah.
cats. Like I said, you might as well go look somewhere else if you want to look for something else. I'm going to be here for a while.
Yeah. I used to
So.
go through them at the Goodwills, but rarely do you find one that actually functions. Like we bought a bunch of Motown stuff.
Yeah.
They were all scratched. You might get a couple good songs out of each album. That's about it.
Yeah.
It's frustrating when you're trying to play it and you can't walk away from it because it starts skipping.
Well, like I said, but starting in May or so, we'll start hitting the flea markets again, and then I'll look.
Yeah, I mean,
They actually had a big thing. We missed it. January 6th, they had a big 15,000 vinyls. Yeah, up at the flea market thing. Yeah, you had to get a free ticket to go into. You get a ticket. You can. I forget what time it was from, like 9 to 6 or something like that. You can go in there and shop. I've never been to one like that before. So I'm interested in. I still
we
wanna
got
go. I
this
still
little
miss it.
Mexican flea market over there in Dover, and I went in there and bought some vinyls, but they smelled so fucking. That place smells like mildew. The whole building does, and everything you buy from there does. And
All right.
I've had that for. Well, Barkley and I have been together going on 10 years, and it's several years before that, so 12 or 13 years, and it still smells. It still when I pick that 404 up, I can still smell it on the fucking cover.
Yeah, you never get rid of that shit.
Nope.
But yeah, I'll look.
You remember that fucking coyote you shot?
Oh yeah, I never did get that back.
No?
No.
Do you want it back?
Well, he was supposed to fix it and make it not smell. But
You got to tell the story.
what, the story of the mount or what?
Yeah. About taking it in the house and stuff.
Oh God. Well, I got this. I shot this coyote, and I never shot one before. This was when the coyotes just started coming around here, this area. And I was like, I'm getting this thing mounted. I'm getting a full body mount. So I took it to this guy I always took my taxidermy stuff to, and he's good at it, but he's just so slow. And I took it over there and told him what I wanted, waited forever, finally got it back, and I brought it in the house, and I'm like, smells like wet dog in here or something. This is a terrible smell, and it just smelled the whole house up. And I was like, finally, I figured out it was the coyote that was smelling.
Even after it's taxidermied.
So then I took it back to him. I'm like, dude, this thing stinks. I can't keep it in my house. I said, you got to do something. So he's like, okay. So I left it with him. I don't know, it's probably a few weeks, and he called me, said, your coyote's ready. So I went and got it, took it back in, and then it just had it had the wet dog smell with like a perfume smell.
You probably sprayed it with Febreze.
Yeah, well, Febreze wasn't around then, but I was like, I took it back to him. I'm like, dude, you didn't fix it, you just sprayed shit on it, and it still stinks. Now it smells like wet dog, and it smells like perfume mixed.
I remember going over to your house.
I'm going to have to send it back and get it retanned and blah, blah. I said, I don't care what you got to do. Just do it and make it right. I said, I got a buddy who's got a coyote. It don't stink at all. There's no smell to it at all. So he's like, okay. Well, then I just kept checking back with him. And I traded him this is when I owned the garage. I traded him 4 truck tires, and they were probably $800 for the 4. Traded him those for the mount, and I just never got it back. I kept going back out there. I ain't got it back. They ain't sent it back, blah, blah, blah. And then I just gave up.
That thing stunk so bad. I came over one day and it was out on the porch and you could smell it outside. I hit one with my car. I just bought this Dodge Challenger back in 2011. And I was going up the highway, and one of those fuckers ran out in front of me, ran right into he ran past my car, turned around and come back, and then hit me. Stuck his head, it killed him, stuck his head right through the plastic of the bumper. But that car stunk for a month before I could get it fixed. I don't know what the hell they have on them. Some kind of pheromones I don't know.
Probably some kind of oil for their fur.
I don't know what it is, man, but
it's a musk of some type.
Yeah,
it's
that's what
bad.
it sounds like.
It's not skunk bad, but it's close.
Yeah, it's close.
Ugh.
Skunk is just stronger. A little more concentrated. But yeah, they fucking stink. But yeah, that night I was driving and there was a state patrolman and a deputy sheriff both behind me and saw that thing run into my car. And I pulled over and they're like, yeah, we were following you. We wanted to look at your car. I was like, well, there you go. Now with a fucking coyote hanging out the front of it. They're like, we couldn't believe that thing. It looked like a flash and then boom. It did. It was, I couldn't believe it. I saw it go across the front of me. And I'm like, well, that was close. And then it turned around. That's how fucking fast they are, man. It turned around and came back and still hit me. Ridiculous.
They're fast.
They are fast. We still need to get that thermal scope and go out and take care of a couple of them out there on the hill.
That'd be fun.
Save up my pennies.
Think
we'd still be able to sell that one?
Yeah, I think we would. We wouldn't get a lot of money out of it, but we'd get some of our money back.
Get some of our money back. Maybe we'll just keep it if we ain't gonna get anything out of it.
Right. Save the date, June 6th through the 8th.
What's that?
The Living Dead weekend over at Monroeville Mall.
Okay. Cool. We'll have a show on it. When's the Wolfman come out?
I think the 17th maybe or something.
Yeah,
like that.
next Friday. That sounds right. Yep. That'd be a week from today. That sounds right. Barkley said she's not going, so.
She's not going.
She's not going.
She don't like the Wolfman?
No, it's not her jam. The Nosferatu was not her jam either.
I didn't care for that one that much.
I did. I thought it was beautiful. I liked it. What you didn't like about it is what I liked about it. That they stuck.
It was the
they
same?
stuck to it. Yeah, they stuck to the script. It was just a really nicely done movie. And Bill Skarsgård was awesome. That was all his voice too.
Yeah.
He did all that. I thought it was really super cool. But
Yeah, the Nosferatu character was cool, but I just thought they would switch it up just a little bit, make something different.
I liked it. They stuck to it. Just a modern remake. It was cool. I dug it. Go see it. Give us your opinion on it. Puddin'.
It was long too. They could have shortened it.
Yeah,
up.
it was too long. There was an hour in the middle of the movie. They could have cut the fuck out.
I almost fell asleep a couple times.
Connor did. He says he didn't, but he was snoring. I heard him. Me and Bailey were laughing. She elbows me. I was like, I thought it was her. She's like, yeah, it's Connor sleeping. I was like, yeah, it was a good movie. He's out. All right, that's close enough. We thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back Monday morning at 8 a.m. here with some more Bull. We'll have some NFL news for you, hopefully by the
And
end
tune
of the
in
playoffs.
tonight. Yep, tune
For
in
what?
tonight at 8 p.m. for
For
my show,
what?
Putting on the Mix.
You have a show?
I do have a show. Yes.
You know, if you want people to come to your show, call it Whipping Out Your Tits instead of Putting on the Mix. People will come. Literally, and no, I'm just kidding. Yes, definitely tune in tonight. That's the only show we got this weekend other than we got Sethy Spice. I got to download that when we're done here. Upload and whatever load and blah, blah, blah. You know. Then I got to do Tuesday's show too. For the B-side. You guys really should listen to that. You would like it.
I do when I can. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Do you have a show on Tuesday?
It's a syndicated
Yeah.
podcast. It's a music podcast called The B-Side. But they play some cool old tunes.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he always has a theme, like from a certain date, he'll go back into the 80s or 90s or whatever it happens to be and pick a date. And
Yeah.
it's
he'll
pretty
do
cool.
that, or like he'll do like colors, like songs with colors in it.
There's always some kind
or
of theme, yeah.
popular females, or the female band. He'll do like that kind of stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, they're not
Like I
all
said,
for
when I get a
everybody, but
chance.
they are.
Yeah.
I like most of them. But anyhow, tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern at WBAMradio.com. Listen to Putting on the Mix. What's your theme tonight, Annie?
I don't have a theme tonight.
Just a regular show? Just a
It's
regular
actually
show?
a pretty damn good playlist.
Yeah.
It ranges from like 80s to the 2000s. I do have a new segment in there. It is called Mixed Classics. So it's MC segment.
Is Pat going to be on?
He should. I believe so, but I know he works tomorrow, so
Nope.
he's working a side job. So
You get him for a half hour tonight. You better tune in early. He'd be going to bed.
you never know. He surprises me sometimes, so you never know. But yeah.
Never enough, Pat.
I'll tune in if Pat's on.
You know what? That's not right. That's not right at all.
All right, we'll behave. Thank you guys for listening. Tune in to the Pudding tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll be back at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Monday morning with some more Morning Bull for you. Peace and love, WBAM. Peace and love.
Peace.
Bye-bye.